Open any benchmark post from this year and you will hit the same headline. Bun is 4 times faster than Node. And on an empty hello world route, that is completely true. Bun serves around 52,000 requests a second. Node, about 12,000. Then you add a database, one real query, and that 4x mostly disappears. It drops to a gap so small, your users could not tell the two runtimes apart. We will get to the exact number. This is not my opinion. Two separate teams ran it with real production traffic, and they landed on the same result, which matters, because the app you are actually building has a database. Almost every real one does. So the runtime you tune all week ends up doing the one thing the benchmarks never show. It waits, and yet teams keep moving to Bun anyway. Anthropic, the company behind Claude Code, just bought the entire project. So, 3 questions and 1 straight answer. Where the 4x is real, where it dies, and whether you should switch. Quick reminder on what Bun even is. One binary that is your runtime, your bundler, your test runner, and your package manager. This is not a weekend toy anymore. 91,000 GitHub stars and real companies shipping it under real load. Start with where the 4x is genuinely real. Spin up a bare server with Bun's built-in serve, hand back a single line of text, and Bun flies. On that empty route, it really does hold a 4 times lead over Node, and it earns every bit of it. And this part is not marketing. Node runs on V8, the engine from Chrome. Bun runs on JavaScriptCore, the one inside Safari, wired together in a low-level language called Zig that compiles down close to the metal. Different engine, different design, and on raw throughput it shows. Push both to the wall on that bare route, and the gap is not subtle. Bun is still answering while Node has already saturated its cores. So if your whole service were a health check that returns the word OK, you would ship Bun and never think about it again. And this reaches past web serving. Give both a slab of pure computation, say generate and sort 100,000 numbers, and Bun finishes in about 1.7 seconds, where Node takes 3.4. That is a clean, repeatable 2 times, and it holds up run after run. Day to day, the part people love most is TypeScript. Point Bun at a .ess file and it just runs, ims and decorators and the whole language with 0 config. Node can finally do this too, but it only strips the types out. It will not read your tsconfig or type check or generate source maps. So for a TypeScript codebase, Bun is the shorter road by a mile. Now change exactly one thing. Your handler stops returning a hard-coded line and instead asks Postgres for a row, which is the single most ordinary thing a backend ever does. You added maybe 3 lines of code. Watch what it does to the numbers, because the moment that query leaves the process, your blazing fast runtime has nothing left to do. It sent the request, and now it is standing at the network, waiting for Postgres to parse it, find the row, and send it back. That round trip costs milliseconds, and milliseconds are an eternity to a runtime that measures itself in microseconds. So here are the receipts. That same URL shortener API, now talking to a real database, Bun lands at 12,400 requests a second, Node at 12,000. That is a gap of under 3%. The 4x did not shrink, it evaporated. And that is the whole video in one line. On a database request, the runtime is a spectator. Both of them fire the query in a fraction of a millisecond, then both stand around waiting on the exact same Postgres, and the exact same number comes back out the other side. And if you are wondering whether that was a one-off, it was not. 2 independent write-ups, different apps, different hardware, landed within a few hundred requests of each other. When a database sits in the path, the runtimes converge. That is the pattern, every single time. But there is one kind of database where Bun stays far out in front, and it explains the whole thing. The exception is the database that runs inside your process, in the same memory as your code, SQLite. There is no network hop because there is no network. The query is really just a function call, so the fast runtime is finally the thing that decides how fast you go. And Bun ships its own SQLite driver, compiled right into the binary. On read queries, it comes in 3 to 6 times faster than better SQLite 3, the standard node library. Same database file, same SQL, and the only thing that changed is a runtime that is no longer stuck waiting on a wire. So the real rule was never databases kill Bun. It is much simpler than that. You are only as fast as the slowest thing you wait on. Wait on a network, and the runtime barely matters. Wait on nothing but your own CPU and memory, and Bun clearly pulls ahead. So if throughput is a wash on real apps, why are people actually switching? 3 reasons, and a database touches none of them. Reason 1 is the one almost nobody argues with: installs. Take a real mono repo, 1,847 dependencies. An npm install takes 28 minutes. PNPM gets that down to about 4. Bun does the same install in 47 seconds, which is roughly 35 times faster than NPM on the identical tree. And that compounds where it actually hurts, which is your CI pipeline. It runs on every push from every engineer all day long. One team swapped NPM for Bun on installs alone, kept Node for the runtime, and cut about 4 minutes off each build. Real money for a one-line change. Reason 2 is cold starts. When a serverless function wakes from nothing, Node needs around 940 milliseconds before it can answer. Bun needs about 290. That is the gap between a request that hangs and one that just works, and on a platform that bills by the millisecond, it is the gap in your invoice too. Reason 3 is memory. Under the same steady load, Bun tends to sit 25 to 40% leaner than Node. In one production run, 780 megabytes against 1.1 gigabytes. Lighter processes mean more headroom per box, which means fewer boxes for the same traffic, which means a smaller bill all over again. And beyond speed entirely, there is the thing no benchmark measures. Bun is one tool. Runtime, bundler, test runner, installer, and database clients, all in a single binary. Node leaves you wiring 5 separate tools together, each with its own config file and its own way to fall over. And those built-in database clients are the understated punchline here. Bun ships Postgres, MASMI, SQLite, and Redis right in the box. Node ships none of them, so you install a driver, a pool, and a query builder for each one. The runtime that loses the database benchmark is the one that actually hands you the database. Now, no hype has to cut both ways, so here is where Bun still bites you, straight from people running it in production today. First bite, native modules. Anything built on node-gyp, image libraries like Sharp and Canvas, some database drivers, is a coin flip on Bun. That code compiles against V8, and Bun is not V8. Bun passes over 90% of Node's test suite, which sounds great until the 5% it misses is the exact package your app leans on. Second bite is the 2 AM kind. That same production team hit a WebSocket leak that crept up to 2.1 gigabytes of memory over 6 hours before the pod finally got killed. Then a fetch timeout bug cascaded into exhausted database connections. And with no first-party Datadog or New Relic tracer for Bun yet, they debugged it the way we did in 2012, by hand. Third bite is one the speed charts skip, security. In 2025, NPM got hit by real supply chain attacks. The shy Halud worm spread on its own, stealing tokens straight out of installs. Node now has a permission model to lock file and network access down. Bun runs full trust, with no sandbox at all. So on untrusted dependencies, that is a real gap you have to handle yourself. And here is an honest correction to a claim you will see everywhere. Bun does not always give you a smaller container. A full Node image is huge, around 389 megabytes, but the Alpine one is about 55, and Bun's official image is 84. So Bun wins big against fat Node and loses to lean Node. The details matter more than the headline, and the last bite is simply age. Node 24 is an LTS release with support committed into 2027, and nearly every failure mode it has is written down somewhere. Bun is 4 years old with around 4,700 open issues, so some of its failure modes are still being discovered, sometimes by you, at night. So, the straight answer the title owes you. For a brand new project where you control the deployment target, Bun is a genuinely great default in 2026, but the reason is installs, cold starts, memory, and one clean toolchain, not the 4x on a route your real app will rarely run. And the move most teams miss is that you do not have to pick just one. Run Bun as your package manager everywhere, even on pure Node projects, because that win is free and carries zero runtime risk. Reach for Bun on Greenfield and serverless. Keep Node for the old service, full of native modules and a paid support contract. So if you want to try Bun without betting the company on it, take the low-risk path. Swap NPM for a Bun install in CI on one repo and measure the build. That is the free win. Audit your native modules before you touch the runtime. Then shadow deploy against real traffic for 2 weeks before you flip the switch. And the twist that ends the is Bun a toy argument for good. Back in December 2025, Anthropic bought it. The company behind Claude Code now runs Bun as the engine under a product doing $1 billion a year. The hype was loud and often wrong, but the receipts on the things that truly matter are real. So the next time someone quotes you a 4x benchmark, ask the one question that dissolves the whole argument. What are you waiting on? If it is a network, ship whatever you like. If it is your own CPU, now you know which way to lean. This is Cloud Codes, and I will keep bringing the receipts.